for our children sometimes is not allowing them to feel the hurt. Once again, with my American mindset, baseball is biggie in the States. So, but soccer's big here. No, that's not soccer, it's English football. I get that. Okay. So, your child comes in and they haven't been selected for the local team. Are you going to tell them to get over it, or are you going to tell them it's okay to feel hurt and pain? Sometimes we've been brought up with the idea, well, those things happen, just get over it. And so if you had that kind of experience in childhood, then that's what you learn. That's what you learn. When somebody hurts me, I'm just supposed to get over it. And so we stuff a lot of that, and we end up stuffing a lot of anger. Hurt. We need to be allowed to hurt. We need the freedom to hurt. We hurt when we've been wronged, whether it was accidental or on purpose. If we've been hurt, something has happened to us that calls us, that we need to think about. We've got to forgive. Let's define hurt. What is hurt?
Feeling pain. Feeling pain.
Feeling pain. Okay?
Supposed to say pain in the heart.
Pain in the heart?
Pain in the heart.
Yeah. Okay? So it's a personal thing, right? I mean, I don't have a need to forgive somebody for something that didn't impact me. You understand what I'm saying? If it doesn't impact me, then I don't have a need to forgive. Some people hurt us intentionally. Some people hurt us because it's just a spillover from the problems and the issues going on in their life. One of the greatest hurts that I can think of that happened in the church where I was because it was just a couple who, they were having their own difficulties, and it just spilled over and got on all of us. And then some people hurt because they make mistakes. With hurt comes anger. Can't help it. It's just going to be there. It's, talk about something being attached. They're really attached to each other. Illustration. Your son didn't get selected for the English football. And he comes in and he throws down the football and slams the door. What do you see? What did you just see? Saw anger. But where did it begin? It began with a hurt. And I think sometimes we allow people to be, we allow them to be angry more than we allow them to hurt. Okay, so if I've been hurt that badly, now I know that this is a word we good Christian women should talk about, but anyway, we do hate. Maybe not as deeply as some people, and maybe not with vengeance, but if we find ourselves hating, we think, I'm a Christian, I'm not supposed to do that. My mother said that she didn't know, one time a little girl had grown up, and was an adult, and then her husband killed her. and she saw him on television because he's in court, and she said that was the most hate that she'd ever felt. She said she didn't even know that she was capable of feeling that much hate. Because this was a precious girl, and he killed her. And so I think that sometimes we don't know how deep our feelings run, do we? Don't be afraid of the hate. God hates sin too, doesn't he? Okay, then another stage. Oops, well, we'll do it slowly. Why my suggestion that you forgive slowly? Please? Why my suggestion that you forgive slowly? You have to work through it.
Give you time to reflect.
Give you time to reflect. What if you rush through it?
It might not be complete.
Yeah. Might not be complete. So we need to do it slowly. One of the men that has written quite a bit about forgiveness is Lewis Smedes, S-M-E-D-E-S. And something had happened, and somebody suggested this book to me, Forgive and Forget. I don't want to forget, thank you very much. So I didn't read the book. So I did. And he says, and the first, it's a process. And he tells the situation where he was having difficulty forgiving. And he said that he knew that the priest gives instant absolution, so he decided he'd try it. So out loud, at least 6 times, he says, "Offender, in the name of God, I hereby forgive you. Offender, in the name of God, I hereby forgive you." And he said it got, at least in saying that, it got him started on that he needed to forgive. With a little understanding. What do we mean by that? Who are we going to understand?
We have to see above our own words. We have to see the overall picture.
Okay. What about the person who did the hurting? Does it help to try and understand them?
Can't understand them sometimes.
No. That's true. What if sometimes you can?
If you can, if you know they're under pressure, it helps to know that's when
Mhm.
they're reacting.
Yeah. The gal that I know that's in prison, her mother wanted to abort her, and she knows that. And so she has dealt, not very well, doesn't have good coping skills, but has dealt with that all her life, knowing that her mother wanted to abort her. You think that impacted what she thought about herself? Yeah. I do too. Okay, what else? Do you think it will help us to facilitate the forgiving if we understand the person a little bit? And then we get up there in confusion. Sometimes we don't even know exactly what happened, do we? We don't know. We're in shock or we're just so beside ourselves that we can't even understand it. And part of it is because we're so hurt and so emotionally drained that we can't understand what's going on. And so we have some confusion. Then leftover anger. Now what I mean by this is that we're not erasing the past. We're not saying that it didn't happen. But we are letting go of some of it. Yeah. There's a book, Don't Let the Jerks Get the Best of You. Have you ever heard of that? Good title, isn't it? It's a real good title. So we don't forgive a person for being a jerk. Some of you know some jerks in your lifetime. So we don't forgive a person for being a jerk, but we do forgive a person for the jerky things they've done to us. Are you getting the difference? So, sometimes when we're trying to forgive, we're trying to forgive too much. Are you following what I'm saying? Trying to forgive too much. We forgive a person for what they did. Now, let's say you have a person in your life that, if you start thinking about it, you can think of quite a few things that they have done to hurt you. Some of you have people in your life like that. You can't forgive that whole matter at one time, all of that. That's not, we have to forgive one thing at a time. Now I have a theory, and that is that ask God what particular thing He wants you to forgive, where He wants you to start, and let Him help you with that. You might think that you need to forgive them for this, but God knows if you work on this, that the forgiveness will take place easier. So ask Him where He wants you to start in the forgiving, and then most of the time you'll be surprised that this thing over here doesn't matter anymore, because somehow it got caught up with this other part of forgiving. Are you following what I'm saying? Got any questions or comments on that?